Good morning, guys. It's the Ultimate Fishing Addict, and we're out here on another adventure. We've headed to a pond here not far from the house, and I'm going to try some top water. It's not too late in the morning yet. I got a spook tied on here, a spook junior actually. So I'm going to throw it out there first and see if there's not something maybe going to hit this, wanting to hit this spook this early in the morning. Got the kids off to school this morning, and I'm going to do me some fishing. I think it's going to be a great day. There's almost no wind right now, which is awesome. It's the first time in a long time I've been to this pond. It's not been so windy it almost blows you off the pond. So I'm going to be trying this spook junior, and then after that I'm going to switch over to a couple of frogs that I didn't buy, that I got in my Pro Staff package from Recon Fishing. There's one of them here. This is the bully frog. This is the yellow and black one. I'm going to be trying it. So I got that one with me, and let's see, I got another one here in the other pocket. Let me drag it out and show it to you too. Got a couple of broadside out, part of that Pro Staff package with me that I thought might be able to get some bites today. And I've got the other one, this is the green bull. That's the other frog from Recon Fishing. And then I brought the black and blue swim jig, creature swim jig with me. And I've got the Tennessee shad squarebill with me. So those are all four from Recon Fishing. I'm going to be trying them here this morning. So, alright guys, I'm going to get to fishing and I'll get back with you as soon as I got something going. Alright guys, nothing at all on top water this morning. Not even one hit or even a blow up. So we're going to switch over to this Berkley Pit Boss. We've got it tied on the McCain Hot Rod Series rod. This is the one. It's called the One. This is the medium heavy action, and it's got the Ardent Apex Elite reel on there, the 5.3-to-1. So I'm going to switch over to that. This square bills in a shad pattern. Got just a traditional shad pattern there. And I caught those other two nice bass all the other day at the other pond. So I'm going to give this, this has got a real wide wobble on it. That's one reason why I like these Berkleys. I've been using them for, well, probably about 2 years now. And I love these Berkleys. They've produced for me over and over and over and over. So I just keep throwing them. But here in a minute, I'm going to try this one for a while. If I don't get anything going off of it, I'm going to switch over to the Recon Fishing 2.5 square bill and see if I can do any better with it. It's in a bluegill pattern. It might do better in this pond actually, because I'm not sure. There's probably not a lot of shad in here, but I'm hoping I can fool them, just, you know, get a reaction strike off of it. If not, I'll switch over to that Recon Fishing. I'm anxious to try it anyway and see what that color pattern will produce in here. You know guys, this might end up being more of just a lure testing day and trying different baits from some of my Pro Staff package that I've gotten recently. You know, I've not caught a lot of big fish out of this pond. I'll be honest with you. I caught one 3-pounder out of here about 2 weeks ago, and that's why I keep coming back over here. For one thing, it's a pretty compact, open pond, and I can cast pretty good distances here without getting hung up on anything. So it gives me a good opportunity to run baits through the water to kind of get a feel for them and feel how they react, feel how they you know, come through the water. So it's just a good pond for that. And like I said, it's not known for producing big fish necessarily, but it's kind of a go-to, just a quick area that I can go to if I want to test out a bait or, you know, test out some new things that I've gotten from a company. So, you know, we may not be catching a lot of fish today, but we're going to get a lot of research done and learn some things about some of our baits. And be nice if we catch some fish in the meantime, but, you know, guys, it's not always about that. especially when you have pro staff obligations, you know, one of the things that's important about that is the fact that you do take their stuff out and fish it and try it, and, you know, learn what it does, learn how it reacts, learn what it looks like coming through the water, because you need to be able to talk about that product, and you need to be able to be knowledgeable if somebody would ask you questions about, hey man, what are you fishing, or what kind of poles that you're using, or what kind of reel you got tied on there. You know, you need to know what you're talking about. So the best way to do it is just to go out and spend time on the water and fish this stuff. There's no better way. You can sit in your house all day long and look at this stuff, but unless you tie it on and bring it through the water, you're not going to know nothing about it. So that's just kind of one of my quick tips today about, you know, fulfilling your obligation to your pro staffs. You know, some like I have 7 different pro staff companies, so it gives me a pretty big obligation of baits and lures to try and things to get knowledgeable about, because I want to be able to rep their products. That's the whole point of them having me on pro staff, is that I can rep their products and talk about it and sell the products to other people. So that's just kind of a quick overview of what today may be like for us guys. You know, like I said, we may not catch a lot of fish. I see a couple of fish surfacing over here, so we're just going to keep going here and see what we come up with. I think what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to give each one of these baits, I brought several with me today to try and to get familiar with. I'm going to give each one of them probably half an hour a piece. You know, I'll be here about 3 or 4 hours today, kind of make this a lengthy day. It's a really nice day out here. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to give each one, I think, a half an hour at a time. I think that's a good, for length, size of this pond, I think that'd be a good amount of time for each one, and just kind of fan cast around, see what I can come up with. Like right now we're working on the Berkley Pit Boss, the 2.5. It's got the real wide wobble on it, so we're working on that one. Now, I will let you know, I'm not sponsored or pro staffed by Berkley, but I have had tremendous success with Berkley products in the last couple years, and they've put out some just tremendous square bills and crankbaits of different kinds, and so I'm going to give them equal amount of time in among my pro staff obligation baits, because I really feel like that you know, Berkley going forward for me is going to be a good bait choice at different times when my other go-to baits are not working. Alright guys, we got a fish on. Feels like a pretty big one too. I had just switched over to this Recon Fishing swim bait, not swim bait, but a swim jig, and this is about the 4th cast out, and I just let it sink and I felt something hit it, and there we are. We got a fish on, guys. It feels like a pretty good size one too. Looks like a pretty nice bass. I am going to have to take him over to the shore to get him in there. There's no way I get him in right here. So I'm going to switch on around to the shoreline here, guys. Boy, he's got me down in the moss and the weeds and everything else. Trying his best to stay down. Let me get over to the shoreline here so I can get him in, so we can actually get a look at it before it gets out. About a 2-pound fish and about 3 pounds of grass. Nice fish, guys, really nice. Sorry about this camera work, guys. This is not my usual setup, so I'm not used to trying to Make sure the camera's on. There he is, guys. Beautiful fish. About, I would say, let's see, he's right at about 3 pounds. Just a beautiful, got some great chunk weight to him, guys. Look at that belly on him. Let me open my bail here so I can get a little line off of this so we can, I'm not trying to stretch and show him to you. Alright guys, let's see if we can get him unhooked. He's hooked pretty good right through the top lip, right through the nose. But yeah guys, this is off that Recon Fishing swim bait. I'll show it to you here in a second. Just a beautiful bass. Look at the belly on this guy. He has been eaten up good. But yeah, I'm excited guys. This is the biggest bass I've caught out of here. It's about like I said, he goes in right about 3 pounds. Definitely got some serious weight to him. 3.5 maybe even. Alright guys, I'm going to take a couple pictures of him and get him back in the water. I want to keep him out too long. But from looking him over, he's really good, healthy, just a beautiful bass. I don't think this big old boy's been caught before. He ain't got no holes in him. And there's nothing down in his gut or anything, so. Alright guys, I'm going to get a couple pictures of him. Alright guys, I told you I'd show you that swim jig that I just caught that big old boy off of. Here it is. Let me get some of this grass off of it here where I had to drag him through the moss to get him in. But yeah, it's that Recon Fishing swim bait, guys. I love this little swim bait. It's actually a 1/2 ounce, black and blue, purple fleck in it. And this has a built-in trailer already. They have added what looks like a craw trailer to it. It's just a flat piece of silicone, but it looks exactly like a trailer. It flaps when it goes through the water. And this has got a kind of a green and black and a blue flecked head on it with the purple and black and blue running through it. It's got a weed guard on it. But yeah, I am impressed with this jig. This was the 3rd cast out. I have fished all morning here, guys, and not got a bite on nothing that I've been throwing. Square bills, frogs, nothing. And the 3rd cast out, I just hit the edge of a weed line with this thing, and I pulled back thinking I was in the moss, and sure as the world I felt the head shake, and I had that big old boy on, and he actually went in at 3.64. I measured him just a second ago before I let him go real quick. 3.64. Alright guys, I'm going to get back to fishing. I just wanted to show you this jig though, give you a good idea what it looks like with that trailer that they have built in there. It's an impressive looking jig. So anything I can catch a fish on a 3rd cast out, I'm impressed. So alright guys, I'm going to give you a quick recap of what we did today. This was more of just a testing learning session. I wanted to come out here and test out a few baits that I had gotten recently, mainly from Recon Fishing. And I ran a Berkley Pit Boss square bill through the paces for about 40 minutes and didn't get any bites off of that. We actually started out on top water. I threw a Spook Junior for a while, nothing off of it. Then I switched to a natural looking frog. I threw it around quite a bit, no bites off of it. Then that's when I went to the Berkley Pit Boss, and I didn't get any bites off of that. So, you know, we fished for a couple hours there with those 3 or 4 baits and really didn't get any bites. And then I switched over to, I tied on this Recon Fishing Creature swim bait. And this is in a black and blue and purple fleck. It's got a fake looking trailer on there that looks like a real trailer. It's already built onto it. I love that feature. You don't have to put a separate trailer on there and make this any heavier than it is. It's a 1/2 ounce, and that's perfect for in here. It's got a nice weed guard on it. I did not trim it down. I could trim this one down just a hair probably. But I threw this around about 4 times. I had cast about 4 times in, and that nice big 3.5 pounder hit this that I got on tape earlier there. It ended up being 3.64, and so it was a really nice, healthy, thick fish. Gave a good fight off this this swim jig. So that was our one fish for today, which I'm happy with that. You know, guys, I spent about 3 hours. I got to test out several different baits and, you know, learn how they run and watch them in the water and different things. So the one fish of that size, I'm completely happy. In, you know, the 16th of November, I believe that's what it is today. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video. So this was more of a teaching video, like I said, you know, learning video for me, and maybe show you guys what I was throwing and what, you know, kind of what they did and what they didn't do. And so, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I appreciate you subscribing. If you're new to my channel and you're watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you kind of joining us and coming along on the adventures each week. We try to get a couple videos a week out. You know, it may slow down here more than that when it just starts getting a lot colder. Obviously, I'm not going to come out here and, you know, stand out in 20-degree weather and try to catch bass, but we'll do some other kind of videos, some teaching videos, some tackle videos, and try to fill in with that until we get some warmer weather this spring. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming along, and I'll catch you next time.